I am shocked that Harry's role is vital in Australia. He's always welcome because he's loved in Australia and brings a lot to the table. This is from the governor of New South Wales, I believe. And to me, what is shocking are quite a few things. First, why did this reporter ask about the Sussexes? The Sussexes are no longer working members of the royal family. Why didn't he ask about Zara Tindall and Mike Tindall? Because actually Sarah Tindall goes a lot to Australia and spends a lot of time in Australia. The reason why I'm saying Zara Tindall and I'm comparing her to the Sussexes is because both couples are no longer working royals. So for him to ask about the Sussexes being welcomed back to Australia and the governor to say, of course they are. Harry has an important role to fulfill in Australia. What role? What role? And this is what's really baffling me because I see this. People are still don't get that what you're seeing right now. People don't want to wrap their heads around the fact that what they're seeing right now is the real Harry, a spoiled, vindictive, envious, lying, no backbone man who's an idiot and a liar and a druggie. These are all my. I'm going to put the banner now because these are all my thoughts and opinions. It's because what I'm about to say, it's yeah. So, oops, that's not the one. So please, but also subscribe, share, and like. So I am baffled because I've been watching the narrative. I am no fan of Meghan Markle in this channel because she is a hateful person. She's, in my very humble opinion, a bully and a liar. But the narrative that's been put out is quite concerning. And I'm going to show you here because what people are in love with and people can't wrap their heads around is that Buckingham Palace did a fantastic job selling Prince Harry's image. Buckingham, people saying, oh, Buckingham Palace, Harry was kept in control, Harry was happy there. No. The Buckingham Palace was excellent at cleaning up his image. Harry the racist, Harry the misogynist, Harry the guy who had a weekend party with one of his buddies, Inskip, I believe, and a teen was involved, a very young teen was involved, and a bottle was inserted in places, and this teen apparently was badly hurt, and she was forced to sign an NDA the very next day. Harry in Vegas, the party that we know, and according to him, spare other parties that he did because he was at Courtney Cox's house doing mushrooms. People think that the palace controlled Harry. No, the palace cleaned up after Harry, and they did it so well that people are still saying certain things. And what I'm about to show you, the clip I'm about to show you, first we're going to go through this article, because people haven't really read this article. It won't be long, but it tells you a lot, because I believe that there's a concerted effort to bring Harry back into the fold, and they're using everybody, because now the king's visit is permanently linked with Harry being welcomed back to Australia. Because why would they ask about Harry? Why would this reporter, you can see that he was jumping at the bit to ask about the Sussexes. And that's how he ended the interview, which is pretty awful. I did a video yesterday where I talked a little bit about the Tina Brown interview that she gave, because she's launched a new Substack. Keep in mind that Tina Brown was the editor of Vanity Fair, the go-to magazine for Meghan Markle, and under her directorship, Vanity Fair wrote glowing articles about Meghan Markle, and really some trashy articles about Princess Catherine. They were not very nice. Now she wants to wash her hands off, which is fine. She can change her tune. That's not a problem. Sorry about the articles here. It says here, Tina Brown says Meghan Markle's idea are total crap, calls Prince Harry naive, and working with Harvey Weinstein was dumbest career move. But this is the interesting part. Tina Brown says all of Meghan Markle's ideas are total crap. She knew that. She's known this all along. But she didn't say this in 1918, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. She waited until 2024 when she's launching her own Substack. Fine. But that means that all the articles that she was posting on favor of Meghan Markle were crap, because she was the editor. The former Vanity Fair and New Yorker editor dished on the couple to promote her new Substack, Fresh Hell. Okay, and there we go here. And then she has a picture of Harry looking angelic like the idiot, and a picture of Harvey Weinstein, the evil guy. Brown said of Harry's defection from the royal family in England, they're going to constantly make a career out of trashing Harry. Look at the words she uses. Not exposing Harry as a liar or for the lies that he's saying, or for his spoiled behavior, for his narcissistic thing, for selling out his family, for lying about his family. Okay. No, she calls that trashing Harry. Look where the narrative starts. Okay. But actually, the thing about Harry is he's very good at being Prince Harry. At being Prince Harry, what? The man who wore a swastika, the man who was caught saying racial slurs against his fellow soldiers to the point that he had to be sent to a seminar of cultural sensitivity, and then he had to go to Germany to watch the Holocaust thing because apparently he didn't get it the first many few times. Okay. Um, the Harry that was caught being, as I said at the beginning here, that of him at that little weekend away with his buddy Inskip in Verbier, and that teen was things happened to that teen. A bottle was used, and then she was forced to sign an NDA. How about him trashing his own family? How about him being abusive? Admitting that he would slap people because he knew they couldn't do anything. I don't know what that means to you. I mean, how many testimonials must be out? I think that the drummer from the Foo Fighters, may he rest in peace. He talked about how Harry came up to him and slapped him in the face hard while having his two bodyguards by his side because he knew that nobody could do anything to him. That is a coward. Okay. But she's saying that Prince Harry's happy. And this is look at what she says here. And that's the tragedy of all of this is that Harry's the most talented member of the royal family, without doubt, in terms of being prince, which is all he knows how to do. He's really sort of flawless at it. I am sorry, Miss Tina Brown, but I disagree with you. He's not flawless at this. The palace was flawless at covering up for him, cleaning up after him, and portraying him as something he's not. Because what we're seeing in the real world is the real Harry. And if you're telling me that the most talented member of the royal family is a liar, a sellout, a coward, a bully, and a racist, you and I have different ideas of what a royal should really be. As for Markle, so do you see where this is going? He's flawless at being Prince Harry, but Meghan Markle is flawless at making mistakes. And I am no fan of Meghan Markle. As for Markle, she added, I think he's pretty much in the thrall of Meghan. The trouble with Meghan is that she has the worst judgment of anyone in the entire world. She's flawless about getting it all wrong. You see how she goes? Harry's flawless at being Prince Harry, being loved, being perfect. Meghan is flawless at getting it all wrong. I find this article quite concerning. Not because she's trashing Meghan, but because of the things she's saying about Harry. Brown said of the suit star turned American Riviera orchard entrepreneur, it's cruel. This is actually a page 6, what you might call it, article. And it's funny how they call Meghan Markle, they don't say turn royal. Is no, she goes from suits to arrow. She's a perfectionist about getting it all wrong. Her issue is that she doesn't listen. She has all these people asking their opinion, and then doesn't follow it. She does what she wants to do, and all of her ideas are total crap, unfortunately. She reckons of Harry's worldview. He's so naive and really unschooled in the ways of the world. Being Prince Harry means that I doubt if he ever booked a table in a restaurant. Keep in mind that this is a man who's suing the government of the United Kingdom because he wants the very same privilege. He doesn't want to book a restaurant table. Now Meghan has to do it for him. This is a man who's spoiled brat. He's not unschooled. He's an idiot, and he's not intelligent. He's not intelligent. He's an idiot. And we know that because, I mean, he's terrible. He's a guy who's petty, envious. This is a guy who wrote in Book Spare and still remembering that William got 2 sausages and he only got 1. I mean, this is a petty man. He's a coward. Okay. But she wants to portray him like this naive, unschooled, poor little boy. Being Prince, well, she's right. The army was great for him and he was extremely good and competent in there. Has she forgotten the videos leaked of Harry being racist and saying the worst racial slurs to his to his colleagues or to his combat fellow soldiers, that he had to be sent to that seminar, the fact that Harry admits he's never seen a day in battle, the fact that Harry was sent to the army because he was so out of control, the royal family needed to clean up his image, especially after so many scandals that had to be hidden, and they figured that maybe the military is going to do it. Is she forgetting that Eden got into a scandal because Harry couldn't cut the grades, the minimum grade to get into the military, and they kind of helped him along, which is cheating, and that he failed his exams twice before he passed them in the military? Or how about the fact that he never took a random drug test? Because had he taken a random drug test, he would have failed. Because by his own admission in the book Spare, he was full on drugs while he was in the military, and yet this man never failed a drug test. How about the scandal of the prostitutes that would come to the base where he was based or posted? And even the prostitutes did not want to return because he was that rude. How about his misogynistic way of speaking about women? How about the fact, as I said earlier, that he would slap the Foo Fighters drummer came and said that he slapped him so hard when he was asleep. What a coward. He attacks people. I mean, this is the best. According to her, this is what it means to be competent in the army. No, the army was an exercise to try to clean his image up. But with Markle, he is the lamb to the slaughter in this situation, Brown said. Poor little Harry. How we. He was terribly impressed by Meghan. He thought that she knew all. She persuaded him that she was a savvy Hollywood wheeler dealer who could come in and make them stars and all the rest of it. And he just sort of blindly followed her like a child, really. Listen to her words. And then she goes, Brown says of Markle's moves and future. Unfortunately, she made every mistake in the book, and she's kind of run out of road. I don't know where Meghan goes. Harry could still, as I say, make a comeback. He will always be Prince Harry. He'll always be the grandson of the Queen and the son of Diana. Isn't that interesting? She doesn't say he's the son of the king. But do you see the narrative that's going on here? If you don't see that narrative, I don't know what to tell you, because it's quite disturbing to me. And now what I'm about to show you about the governor of New South Wales, Australia, welcoming Harry because of his vital, important role. And I'm going to tell you what she should have said when asked this question. Instead, she chose to go on and on and on about praising Prince Harry. I mean, what you're about to see right now, because this is the clip I want to show you, that's just a preamble about things. The clip I want to show you right now is from the governor of New South Wales, I believe. And to me, it's very interesting because keep in mind that this was an approved interview. They chose this guy specifically who's very, very pro Meghan Markle and Harry. And they chose to ask this question at the end, which means at the end of the whole interview, which means that you know how people that you, and I'm going to need your help in all of this that I'm putting forward with you. So please watch it and please do give me your input. And I want to thank you for always coming and helping me grow and helping the channel grow, by the ways. So, because I don't get it. These are the preambles that this is a royal reporter chosen specifically for this interview. The questions were approved. Harry's a private citizen, a man who is trashing the royal family, the monarch, openly, publicly, who's thrown the most vile racial slurs, accused the royal family of being racist, falsely accused, Catherine, who welcomed him and was like a sister to him, how he has betrayed everybody. Yet this question was approved to be asked. And in my very humble opinion, what the governor answered just proves that they're trying to get him back into the royal fold. Because again, this man asked about two private individuals who are no longer working members of the royal family. And he's praising their 2018 Australia royal tour as a success when we know that there were a lot of troubles. Meghan Markle did not want to stay in that very same governor's house that has a historic building where it was good enough for the Queen and all the other royals. She wanted the entire place to herself. It is alleged that she threw tea to people. I mean, that she was vile with people. So why ask about them at all? Why link permanently the King's historic tour to Harry and Meghan Markle? It is such a drop. It's such a it kind of brings you down. How can you compare the King's visit to Meghan Markle and Harry and call them both a success when there's nothing like that? But this was allowed and this was asked. So please let me know, because I don't understand it.
And the Duke and Duchess of Sussex had very successful visits to Australia back in 2018. Do you think Australians would welcome them back if they chose to revisit the country?
I'm sure. We're really a very welcoming country, generally. I don't know whether there are any plans for that, but we really are a welcoming country. And of course, Prince Harry's role with Invictus.
Now, this is the thing that loses me. She could have just said, of course, Australian is a very welcoming country. But no, she had to plug Invictus and how important, vital role Harry has in that organization. Keep in mind, beautiful people, that when Harry went in 2018, Invictus was very much part of the Royal Foundation, because it was the Royal Foundation who created Invictus Games to give Harry something to do, because he was drifting apart, partying in Vegas, getting himself in trouble. So the royal family helped create this thing and funded it along with the UK military. So she could have said, of course, we're a welcoming people. Because he's saying, do you think that, they had a successful tour? So do you think if they want to come back, they will be welcome? So he goes from that successful tour. And I'm sorry, he's linking it that their return will also be another successful royal tour. Of course, it's with Invictus, but it's comparing, it's linking it. It's very subliminal, in my humble opinion. Please let me know what you guys think, because I think so. To me, and it's very interesting. I'm putting my warning there, because it makes no sense. It makes absolutely zero sense. First, that the question was asked. They could have asked about Zara Tindall and Mike Tindall, who actually go a lot to Australia, have never trashed the royal family, don't have active lawsuits against His Majesty's government, haven't gone on worldwide interviews and trashed everybody. This reporter knew full well and knows, and so does the governor. She's not stupid. She knows that those two are feuding. So I wonder if the royal family allowed this because they want to link Harry's visit to something as positive as the King's visit. You see what I mean? They're now linked. They are now linked. So please help me understand that, because she should have stopped out. Of course, Australia is a welcoming country. I understand that they're now private citizens, but of course, they're always welcome whenever they want to come. Why did she have to talk about Invictus? And watch what she says.
Is very significant, and it's something which I think resonates very strongly here in Australia with our Middle East veterans in particular.
Keep in mind that these are Middle Eastern people, the very same, not the very same soldiers, but these are the group of people of race that Harry was caught on video racially abusing multiple times, to the point that he had to be sent to a cultural a seminar for cultural sensitivity. Okay. And again, when Harry went to Australia and Invictus was there, Invictus was not a business. Harry now sees Invictus as a business. There are issues there. People are being fired. Respectable people are quitting or being fired because they dare question the financial dealings and ongoings with that organization, because now it's just a money making for Harry.
Of whom we have many, who so bravely fought for their country and, suffered severe consequences. So I think his role in that is probably the core of his connection here in Australia. And that was so well received when he was here in 2018.
Because Australia's got a big team of Invictus
Yes.
competitors.
See how they're plugging Invictus? Is Australia now about to give them money? Because don't forget that Birmingham just gave Harry and Meghan 27 million pounds, while Birmingham City is absolutely going broke. Is Australia the next to fund them, give them more millions to Harry and Meghan? Because why are they talking about Invictus during a royal visit of the king? They're not talking about the Prince and Princess of Wales. There were a couple of questions asked, but that was it. But then he's going on, and that is the last question. And people know that you always remember the last thing you hear.
So perhaps Prince Harry has really helped them change their lives or have a different outlook following their experiences in the army.
Again, I wasn't part of any of the occasions when he was here in 2018. But there is no doubt in all of my engagements with veterans, with people who suffer from disabilities in all sorts of forms, with our Paralympians, they really do appreciate both the acknowledgement and the support. So I have no doubt that they would feel very lifted. And
they're lifted by whom? We know right now that in Griftas are charging veterans to attend. They don't pay for their expenses. These people are starving while Harry's flying on private planes with Meghan Markle and using it as a platform to whitewash his image. Please help me. I beg you, please help me with this, because I am actually struggling with this. Because why are they plugging Invictus in the King's visit? Because this was an approved interview. This to me makes no sense, but I'm a simpleton. What do I know? So please leave me your comments and leave me your thoughts on what you think about this, because this is insane, guys. This is truly insane.